Generational run for JD Jebediah Vance. Okay. John Don Vance. Must recognize real. He's just so fucking good with it. Doing the Ron DeSantis run. JD Vance's net favorability polling average. July 18th, minus 3.3%. July 25th, minus 5.3%. August 1st, minus 7.3%. August 8th, minus 9.3%. August 15th, minus 9.1%. Ooh. A little bit of an improvement. Just kidding. August 26th, minus 9.7%. He just, the more they see him, the more they hate him. Let's take a look at the new Unearthed audio. JD Vance says teachers who do not have biological children disorient and really disturb him.
And I think our conservative idea is that parents and families should determine what children learn, what values they are brought up with. You know, so many of the leaders of the left, and I hate to be so personal about this, but they're people without kids trying to brainwash the minds of our children. And that really disorients me and it really disturbs me. Randy Weingarten, who's the head of the most powerful teachers union in the country, she doesn't have a single child. If she wants to brainwash and destroy the minds of children, she should have some of her own and leave ours the hell alone. And I think our
cleaned up audio with some subtitles. Here, let's run it again.
Our conservative idea is that parents and families should determine what children learn, what values they are brought up with. You know, so many of the leaders of the left, and I hate to be so personal about this, but they're people without kids trying to brainwash the minds of our children. And that really disorients me and it really disturbs me. Randy Weingarten, who's the head of the most powerful teachers union in the country, she doesn't have a single child. If she wants to brainwash and destroy the minds of children, she should have some of her own and leave ours the hell alone.
He's so freaky, bro. He is so fucking freaky. He is so goddamn freaky, dude. An absolute freak. Jeet here says, okay, here's how this is going to go down. At some point, Taylor Swift is going to endorse Harris. Vance will then make some sort of statement about how childless, dried up cat lady Swift can be completely disregarded. The Swifties would then launch a galactic jihad on the GOP comparable to the one sparked by Paula Treaties. Bro, it's crazy. There's a new Trump indictment and he's falling apart. Donald Trump's now having a full meltdown at the new superseding indictment that the grand jury returned to Jack Smith in the election interference case. Kamala Harris did the reverse DeSantis run. Kamala Harris's net favorables, July 21st, minus 14.6, up to today, minus 1.9. That is because she is no longer associated with the Biden ticket. She's no longer associated with the Biden campaign. That's what it is. Okay? That's where this is coming from. That's why she's having this kind of a run. Of course, you could cut away at that. You could technically cut away at that if you start getting fucking daggered by the media over and over again. Despite saying the same exact things as Brandon, exactly. The more she says the same shit about Brandon, and the more she actually has media, the more she has like actual media moments where they are going to call into question her policy, why she changed her attitude about certain decisions. And if she doesn't know how to message around that, she's going to start losing a little bit of that juice and that sauce. Here's JD Vance, still continuing to be weird. Generational run here. Thank you, JD.
Now, he lies about everything, of course. He calls me weird, but then he lies about how his kids were conceived. Who does that? That's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He said... Now, he lies about everything, of course. He calls me...
Do you think not doing interviews is a good strategy here? No, because the less she does interviews, the more the media is going to fucking ramp up the pressure. She's doing one now anyway. She's doing one with Dana Fash. She's doing a double header alongside Tim Walz, which is a good choice. Harris and Walz to sit down with CNN for exclusive first joint interviews since campaign began. because the less she did interviews, like, you can maybe get away with not posting your fucking policy papers. I think it's ridiculous, right? I think it's fucking ridiculous, but you can maybe get away with that. But you definitely can't. SZA liking a post with Hasan is literally insane. I know. I saw. What things does she have to say in this interview, in your opinion? If she follows along the DNC speech, if she follows with the same like attitude that she had during the DNC speech, and it's not exactly like, I don't know, something to be enthusiastic about, and she's just like signaling to these mythical moderate voters or some shit, and then she gets hammered on changing her policy positions on like immigration and whatnot, I think that is going to eat away at the popular momentum that she had. That's what I think. Did you notice JD is individualizing basically states' rights, saying what he perceives as harm to children? He said, you have kids and harm them, i.e. showing no care for kids on principle, only our kids. What? North Carolina is officially now a battleground state per Cook, but I guarantee it's not about Kamala, but the governor's race. New Cook political ratings. Minnesota leans blue to likely blue. New Hampshire went from leans blue to likely blue. North Carolina went from leans red to a toss-up. Purple. If she pulls that same shit she did on stage, it'll be a really bad time. Yeah. The problem is if she doesn't do that, if she goes with like a radical agenda, what, you know, the mythical moderate perceives as radical, then there's also another litany of issues. Then the media will be more hostile to her. And I don't think she knows how to manage that hostility because she doesn't have a genuine ideological conviction backing the statements.